Oh, that music. We're gonna let the intro play through, but To One With Life... Play it at my funeral. Although it's ironic to play To One With Life at a funeral. But, oh, this... We're gonna let the intro play and then I'll talk about it, but oh god. It just hits so good. Yeah, there's the first appearance of Brachydios. 3 Ultimate was his introduction. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Welcome to Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate Thursdays. Oh. And of course, we're not going to skip out of the volcanic black dragon, or the living volcano. So welcome you guys to Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate Thursdays. I am so happy to be able to bring this to you guys. We've got it running on PC through an emulator. This is my home series. This is my Monster Hunter absolute favorite so far. And with Monster Hunter Rise, I wanted to go back and visit this and do it on the channel. So what we're going to do is we're probably going to do this first little initiation to welcome everybody kind of into Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. There's a little kind of quest that once you guys see it or hear about it, you'll know exactly what I mean if you're a Monster Hunter player. But we're going to be going through with the heavy bowgun, and we're going to show off my favorite generation, and probably, like, I do have to say, the best generation. Like, if it wasn't for the changes Iceborne brought with the Clutch Claw, I'd probably have World at the forefront, but because of how they changed so much a base World, I have to take points off, and Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, you are up at the top for me. You were just... everything was so good. So we'll use this. That's our character. We are HunterVis in this one. Not quite SurvivalVis, but I think it's pretty fitting. So we're going to show off armor, weapons, monsters, maps. Oh, it's so good. I'm going to gush about this for the entire playthrough, but we're basically just going to do large monster hunts and all the side small stuff and like farming for armors or that I'll do in my own spare time. But yeah, that's... so good to be in the game again. Yeah, there's nothing I can really do. I'm going to actually use the heavy bowgun going through. I've never really actually like done a playthrough of a Monster Hunter using only heavy bowgun. I've done light bowgun, I've done bow, but heavy bowgun's going to be new for me. So, anyway, we are going to do this little initiation quest, as I like to call it. And some of you guys will probably recognize it just by the name. Guts, it's what's for dinner. So let's see. Folks call my Lord Master of Fighting, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, so we gotta go collect 3 monster guts from the Epioth. You guys might fondly remember those if you have played the 3rd generation. So we're just going to head off on that. One of the big things, though, when setting the game up was actually... oh, right, this little thing. Hi again, you know, I just lived for my job. Figured to pop in and give you a bit more advice. Lucky you. Once started, immediately do list should include 2 items. Check quest time limit and take items from supply box. Stick to those and it'll be pretty easy hunting. One of the things I had to do was actually change the setup a bit for like the control inputs. Because originally, like, the dodge is tied to... I think the dodge... how did I set that up? I'm trying to remember, because I know that, like, when it came to Nintendo, it changed up a little bit the control scheme, so I had to do a little rearranging there. But oh, it's so nice to be back into the game and the series. Well, not the series, but into this generation. Like, I only played it on the 3DS. And it was still good on that, but the graphics still hold up amazingly well on computer today. Well, I'll have to try to figure out where to shove my face in this series. I guess I could still do the top right, because the map, I mean, it's nice, but we won't always need it. But this initiation quest is sort of, well, you know what, we'll get right into it and see what you guys think of it. Oh, maybe just like a little load-in thing there. But I'm very excited to show off, like, the underwater, first of all. And, like, oh, there's a little Epioth. Hey, buddy. God, these guys are so cool. It's basically like water Aptonoths. I just wish I didn't have to kill them for what we need. Alright, gotta get a little familiar with it again. Because there is a few inputs that are a bit different. Like, if you played the heavy bowgun or light bowgun from World, you may remember that if you just keep shooting, like, right trigger, you can actually shoot all your shots and then reload if you're out. Not back in the previous generations. You had like a set. This is your reload button, and this is your fire button. So, yeah, and you actually can't hold the button down to gather. It is back to this is the old way of every press for one. But sometimes the deposits can actually have quite a bit more than just like the 3 you're used to for Monster Hunter. I'm just going to do some gathering because, again, we are basically right at the very start for the game. So we don't have a lot of money, we don't have a lot of points, and we don't have a lot of materials. Which is a very good place to start with. Well, we don't have any Epioth around here. I apologize if the camera does feel a little janky or a little, like, sudden and swift with things. It's just kind of how it used to be. There's not too much I can really change when it comes to that. But yeah, oh, I'm very excited to bring this to you guys because this Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate was my first full Monster Hunter game. Actually, I should probably see about... Yeah, I'm going to get my stamina up. It's my first full Monster Hunter game. Like, I had played Freedom Unite on the PSP, which was my first game, but I never got to try multiplayer in that because nobody else knew Monster Hunter or played Monster Hunter. But on the Wii, with this Nintendo service for it, it was a blast. I have hundreds of hours in that one. You guys know what's coming. There he is. The flagship of Monster Hunter 3 or Monster Hunter Tri, Lagiacrus. Or Lagiacrus. I'm actually not sure the pronunciation for him. But, oh, it's good to see him in his environment again. Oh no! Good hunter, this is terrible. The creature you see before you is the Lagiacrus, whatever it is. I really gotta figure out pronunciation, but the sea monster that's been tormenting our poor village. What terrible timing. Relax. I must relax. Breathe. Okay, whew. Now get out of there as quickly as you can. If you insist on acquiring the quest item, please pick an area where the Lagiacrus is nowhere to be seen. Don't be reckless, you're no match for that creature right now, live to hunt another day. Yeah, so this is sort of like your initiation hunt, in a way. Every generation of Monster Hunter sort of gives you this... oh, introduction to a monster... like the flagship way before you're actually supposed to be able to fight it. Oh, actually, didn't take that much damage from it, surprisingly, although that said... we don't want to take any more hits because he is a very powerful monster at this stage. But, like, the first generation had the Thalos eggs you have to get. The second generation, or I think maybe only portable. Can't remember when Tigrex came out, but I know that one had you have to get the Popo tongues. Oh, okay, so that's gone. So yeah, we're going to evacuate the premises because we're going to have to get the monster guns, and old Loggy here is not, kind of letting us be around, but I don't want to get a bruising from him. But he's so good to see in the water, like... I'm not sure what he's up to, though. Oh, he's just kind of chilling out. I thought he would have kept coming for us, but maybe we're outside of his range? he's actually... He's sleeping! Oh, I actually do need that monster bone small, because that'll let us finish off the upgrade for this. And what do we have for monster guts? I think 2? Oh no, that is 3. You know what? I think we're going to be dumb, but we're going to see about poking the sleeping bear, or in this case, the lightning croc. But yeah, he's just enjoying a little snooze. But look at him in his element, he's so good. And like underwater combat as a gunner was really interesting because you didn't have... I know Blade Masters had issues with like fighting underwater. And I can understand why, like, because of how bad your movement speed was, I think it would be hard to register like distance and speed to your attacks lunging in. Gunners, you did have to mind the distance for your shots to actually reach because there is like a heavy drop-off. And, oh, that's another thing. It was the first destructible environments too. They didn't actually do anything like Iceborne has where you can like drop rocks on monsters. But you did have parts of the environment could be destroyed. Oh, let's dodge that one. Ow. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he doesn't do that much damage for what I thought he'd be. Ow. I remember that little move, though. Uh-oh. Right, that can be a dangerous one, the underwater hip check. But it's so much different. Uh-oh. Right, got him under the oxygen supply as well. I think there's... I guess we're going to go for a swim up. I know there are like little oxygen pools, or not pools, but like bubbles or springs that are basically underwater, you hit and... Oh. Okay, a little hiccup there, but everything's okay. Where'd you go? Good question. I know the 3rd gen had a kind of lock-on thing if you had the gamepad or the second screen. Oh, careful. Even you guys have a little bit of trouble underwater getting to us. Nope. Okay, there you are. So we're getting you to use your lightning more. That's... oh boy. That's quite the face to turn into, isn't it? Let's just get a dodge up there, yeah, and to the side. Little hiccups, but I don't think anything too bad. I'm kind of wanting him to hit us so he'll return us to base, but at the same time, it's kind of nice to get this little start up of feeling out the attack controls more and actually like engaging in the hunt. Oh, careful. Okay, was a little too slow on that dodge. But after an attack is when you get like the vertical dodges up and down. For the most part, you'll just... ow. Oh. Yeah, that was going to be a good hit on us. Uh-oh. Okay, let's start swimming away, because he might be doing something. Yeah, would be nice to get the lock on, but I don't think I'll really be able to. Oh, actually, he looks like he's vacating the area, so yeah. We'll see if we can carve anything off this Epioth. But it feels so good to fight Logi in the water again. It's where he really excels, and it's just such a different fight from what you've seen on land with him. I'm sure if anybody's played 3rd generation, they have probably memories of coming into him across him the first time in this quest. And this is your initiation of there are going to be some big, heavy-hitting monsters in the future, and you are not always going to be ready for them. But look at him in the water, that nice glow around his back and the eyes. Oh, I love this. Not so much... Ooh, I think we actually got invincibility frames on that. Now, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure there was something like critical distance in this game that the bowguns... Okay, that's good. Don't want to get hit by the electrified tackle. Ow. I say that we just get hit by the electrified tackle. Okay, got out of the way of that, though we did get kind of hit by the, I guess tidal flow. But yeah, old Monster Hunter was a lot more like turn-based fighting in a way, because you can see the openings and the kind of cooldowns the monsters have. Schwim, you little man, schwim! There we go, okay. Uh-oh, that was not smart to do. I was not trying to dodge forward, I was trying to dodge to the side. Well, Loggy, I'm alright with you yeah, I'm alright with you getting our first fate, because that's kind of your first experience going up against Lagiacrus this early. It is so good to see him in this environment again. Fits so well, and it's just such a staple to it. So, we'll get dumped back into on our own feet again. We'll probably snag a few things in here. Yeah, because we have the room for that now. And we'll turn in those guts and get back to the village. So that is our first little initiation back to 3 Ultimate. Getting to see Lagiacrus, the flagship well, maybe not the flagship come this game, but in my opinion, the flagship for his generation almost. In the environment, and like, oh, it's just so good to be back in this game. And actually, almost kind of like a new game for me, as I've never played this high of graphics for 3 Ultimate. I was always on 3DS. I know it was out on 3U, or on the Wii U, but I mean, let's be honest, not many people really went after the 3U. Lagiacrus has been added to the gallery. We'll make our way back. And this will probably open up... Oh! Looks like the fishing fleet's back. Or, well, one of them. Because there's a lot of stuff that I have to remember again. If I remember right, these were sort of like how the Argosy kind of works in current generations. Okay, let's talk to the chief first. Aha, so you finally saw the son of a gun. The Azure Lightning, the Lord of the Seas, the stinky sea devil. Okay, made that last one up, but you saw it, right? The Lagiacrus. So, what's the word, Hunter? Think you can take it? I don't know how to do that laugh. But you don't have to answer, don't expect you to run off and slay the beast right now. To be honest, I'm just happy you made it back in one piece, kid. I forgot to size you up for a casket before you left. Just ribbing ya. It's been a good day. Both you and the men of the hunting fleet are home safe and sound. We lost 2 of our 3 boats, but so what? Boats you can replace, but not lives. Hear that, sailors? Be careful. Yes, this is one of the boats from the fleet, or... Oh, it might actually be all 3 of them. Yeah, it is all 3 fleet hunters, okay. We live on the sea and for the sea. Salt water courses in our veins. We are the 3, the proud, the hunting fleet. Our mission is fishing, bringing the sea's bounty to the village. I'm talking pin tuna so fresh it's still twitching. But common sea monsters are our greatest foes. It's our job to drive off creatures that might harm the village. Wait a minute, you're that hunter that showed up recently, aren't ya? You look pretty tough. For a lamb lover. If only the 3 of us in the hunting fleet could return to our former glory, we'd show you hunters who's best. Alas, 2 of our 3 boats were splintered stem to stern when the Lagiacrus attacked. Lagiacrus, I gotta figure out that pronunciation. For now, my only boat is in any shape to leave port. We're not going to let that stop us from fishing, though. You listen here, if all 3 of our boats were seaworthy, we'd be 3 times as tough as you, right? Right. Let me cipher this out. 3 of us, 1 of you, -2, carry the 9. Yes, my ciphering is flawless. Anyway, if you want to make a fishing request, go chat up the fishmongeress over there. She's more fearsome than Lagiacrus when she gets angry, so you better stow your tough hunter attitude. Hi. My word, can you believe this nonsense? If it's not one thing, of course it's got to be something else. What happened to the days when current events were just about current? Now we got a laggy whatever giving us grief. Amen, sister. I don't know how to pronounce it either. Well, at least we managed to salvage one of the boats, and more importantly, our boys' lives. We will fish again. Which reminds me, since you're part of our village now, Aren't you curious about how the hunting fleet operates? I guess we can listen to this. We are just kind of initiating ourselves in. Thought so. Okay, listen up, hun. I'll teach you the ropes. The fleet captain is in charge out on the water, but I tell him where to go. You got any requests? You talk to me. But you should listen to what they have to say about a region before sending them off. They know the seas here best. Send a boat to someplace close by, and it'll be back in a day. Send one of the boys far away, and he'll be gone longer. Once the boat is back, you just swing by and see me. I'll give you your share of the haul. Boat can only hold so much though, so you need to come unload it before I send it out again. Also here, we use tackle like this to give our boats a little help on the voyage. You select tackle from the dispatch menu, I know you'll put it to good use. One other thing, Chief's son can use fish from the hunting fleet's haul, generate resources for the village. Yeah, so is there anywhere I want... I guess we can just send them to... you know what, we'll probably just send them off to Moga Coast. I don't... yeah, we're not going to use any tackle. We're just going to send them off on a small thing like that. Yeah, so he's going off there. We'll be able to talk to the chief's son here. Oh hey, I completely forgot we got another request. Head farm wants to add a shroom box to the farm. Use it to cultivate mushrooms. It's going to cost you resources, but you'll be able to gather a lot more mushrooms. It's a good trade-off. The list of everything we need. I know you're busy hunting and all, but try to make some time for this. I wonder if I actually have enough for that. I do, just barely, so. There we go. Yeah, there's so much. Like, this also, like, introduced the idea of, like, free hunting with Moga Island. Or, well, it's called the Deserted Island now. Everybody who's played 3rd generation, it is Moga Island. You know that, I know it, it's official. But it is back to the very basics of building up the farm, getting everything opened up and unlocked. And I just want to check our farm here. I just want to get some ivy. Just, again, it's mostly getting a lot of our raw materials kind of built up again. And then I wanted to upgrade the heavy bowgun we got. Yeah, so there's nothing else I can really do to that. Oh, well, I'll attach the power barrel again, because I didn't realize that comes off on each upgrade. So there's that good. And as for the next heavy bowgun, it'll probably be... Kurupekos. Yeah, that's a monster that I'm kind of sad is... I don't think has come back since Monster Hunter 3, has he? Or it's like, once we see it, it's such a good monster. But anyway, I'm just going to look at unloading some stuff. We'll talk to the... Oh, I'm trying to remember. She has a name. The Moga Sweetheart, I think it is. I think that's kind of what her title is. I know she has an actual name in the lore and everything, but I think all they really do is call her the Moga Sweetheart. Guild Sweetheart. Is it true? Were you attacked by... Show me the teeth marks. Can't believe you made it back. You're tough. Monster tough. One sheep. Luck played a part 2. It might still be out there, so keep your eyes peeled. That said, never imagining tear through quests like this. Pretty good judge, if I'd say so myself. While you're out questing, I had a small chat with the guild. Guess what I've got for you? A brand new monster slaying request. This time it's a Ludroth. And what, you ask, is a Ludroth? According to my in-depth and kinda heavy guidebook, Ludroth, carnivorous monsters that live near water, prone to violence. Jeepers creepers. Well, it's been nice working with you. I mean, don't worry, this is a Moga Woods monster, so what do some writers know? You'll be fine, probably. Just, you know, be careful, especially against enemies you don't know with sharp teeth. Now, off you go. Remember, prep time is everything. Yeah, so that's going to be our urgent into the 2 stars. But we're probably going to end the episode off there, but oh my god. Do you guys just, like... Has it sparked nostalgia for you guys, too? Remembering your first kind of steps into the 3rd generation, if you have, or... Oh, it just hits so good. But yeah, I'm just going to... I think I've got everything dropped off there. We are just going to save the game, and we will end this first episode here, because I think this is a great first episode of Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. I'll see what you guys say in the feedback on this one, if you'd like to see us tackle the Ludroth in an episode, or if you just want us to skip to the first, like, large monsters we'll fight. If I were to do every single quest in the game, I think the series would be on for months on months at a time, because there's so much to do, but I want to at least do 1 episode on each large monster hunt, low, high, and G rank. I'm hoping to get up to G rank, although in these older games, that was an Endeavor solo. But yeah, thank you guys very much for joining me. Let me know if you have fond memories Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, or if you just like Monster Hunter in general and this is a new experience for you. Until I catch you all in the next episode, survivors and hunters alike, please remember to take care and stay alive.